Hello YouTube. Today, this was a request, and I thought it was a rather good idea, to film a review of the Miele Cat and Dog Turbo Brush, it's also known as the Turbo Comfort. It is, I believe they might have slightly updated it, but in principle it's the same thing, and it'll perform just the same. So, we're going to be, excuse the shakiness, we're going to be doing a short review of this today, and hopefully a pickup demo. So, here is the Miele Cat and Dog nozzle. This is supplied with all the Miele Cat and Dog cleaners. If you buy a cat and dog, then you will have one of these, unless there was a mistake on the production line. You can buy it as an optional extra. It fits any Miele, as far as I know. If you've got a really old Miele, then it might not fit. It might do. But if you haven't got the click fitting system, then I wouldn't buy this nozzle. I would buy just a 35mm standard nozzle. So any Miele with, in fact, I've got a tube right here, with a tube with the click fitting sort of cutout that slots into the nozzle, and doing this one-handed is incredibly hard, but slots into the nozzle and makes a firm click, and then you can't release without pressing the button. It'll just fit any of those. So here's the neck. It has a parking bracket that you can park onto most Mieles actually. Unless you've got something like an S3, they've got a slightly different parking bracket, but it should still fit. On the top we have the air control. I don't actually know what this bit's official name is. Now basically, if you're on a thick pile carpet, imagine like a really thick carpet, I have to say this isn't very good on shag, but a thicker pile carpet, the nozzle might slow down a bit. The actual revolving turbine might slow down a bit. So if it is, you can just open this up. I suppose that's maximum and that's minimum. And what it does is it allows air into the nozzle. So if it's getting trapped, like air's being restricted at the nozzle, you can just open this and it will make the turbine spin faster. If you're on a very short carpet like this is the carpet I'm going to demonstrate on. It is ridiculously short. Then you want to just keep that closed. You get the most suction if you keep it closed. Underneath we have the two screws. Now these screws, be careful if you want to undo them, they are a little bit chocolatey, so they sort of crumble a bit. This releases the base plate so you can have access to the brush. Now the brush is a floating brush, so it automatically adjusts to your carpet. It's got relatively stiff bristles. Now this nozzle is about 5 years old, so the previous owner had a lot of use out of it, and I've had a lot of use out of it, and it still works very well. So it's quite a nice shape. It's a nice width as well, so it's wide enough to cover an average sized room quickly, but it's good enough that it gets into little, like in between chair legs and stuff. So now we're going to hook it up to another Miele. Just a little sneak preview for my regular viewers. Ooh, that was a bargain, that was. So we're going to just take the tube and we'll attach the hose grip. This Miele will be set to maximum. You get the best performance if you set it to maximum, even if it's not entirely necessary, which in daily use it isn't. So that's locked in. We'll just attach this on there. It's so easy that I can do it with one hand. And we'll get a little bit of dirt on the floor. Sorry about that, I just switched the Miele on. So, we'll just park that, and we'll get a little bit of just general dirt. I've not got any cat or dog hair, but I can assure you it does work pretty well on dog hair. In future I'll do a video with dog hair if I ever need to clip my dog, but for now we're doing general dirt. So I'll be back in a second. Now I don't have that much dirt down, but we'll just try it anyway. So you'll see the Miele is set to maximum. Let's go! That did pretty well for a turbo brush. It does drag stuff in from the edge. Yep, that's a good result. If we get down close, there's not too much fine stuff left. So another pass and it'll all be clean. So let's go again. In fact, this will be interesting. We'll turn it down to the silent setting, which is the recommended setting for everyday use. Let's have a go. I have to say the everyday setting is more than sufficient for cleaning carpets and just general cleaning. So that's quite a good Miele, isn't it? So let's just try and that'll do. Retract the tube. So is this nozzle, you can buy this nozzle new for about £50. Is it worth £50? If you have a lot of carpet, and if you got your Miele, say you bought like a basic power line for something ridiculously cheap, excuse the cord going in, then yes, it would be worth upgrading because it would just come to about the same as the cat and dog. If you do have animals, I would recommend buying a cat and dog because that also comes with the charcoal filter. But the nozzle's excellent, it's great quality, it doesn't slow down too much on carpets, and if it does slow down, you can open the valve. I'd give it 9 out of 10 is what I would rate this nozzle. It's very good, although it is a tad pricey at £50. The pneumatic aero brush, which is for pneumatics, is a very good nozzle, and that's an optional extra, and it's only about £25. And what Miele put into their nozzle that makes it worth double, I don't know. But what I did was I actually bought a broken Miele off eBay that had one of these with it, and I got it cheaper than a new nozzle because the nozzle's in quite good condition. You can often get people selling off ones that have just been bought with a cat and dog but they never needed it because they've got floors or whatever, and they just sell the nozzle. So that's what I would do if you want one. If you don't, if you've got carpet, it's a bit of a must to get a turbo nozzle because the straight suction doesn't clean deeply into the carpet. So I would recommend this turbo brush or a cat and dog model of Miele if you have carpets, obviously. Animal hair to deal with, or lots of threads. Threads is the big killer for suction cleaners. So thank you for watching. If you have any tips on how to make my videos better, because there are a whole list of them, please suggest them. If you want me to do more reviews, I'll try my best to. If there's any one of my vacuums you would like to see reviewed, then put it in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye.